Futures and options on futures trading involve substantial risk and is not a suitable investment for all types of investors. Past results are not necessarily indicative of future results. When I use the word I in this video, it refers to what I teach in my charting course or what I author in my twice daily oral and written updates. Prices shown on charts and quote boards are in real time and take into account all known activity up to this point in time. And if you'd like to read more of this disclaimer, simply hit the pause key on your video player. Ira Epstein of Lynn & Associates with your morning flash update for this Monday, the 19th of June, 2017, about 9:15 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Okay, can't keep these stock indices down. It's that simple. You know, each time they break, rotations or not, they seem to come back. Now, admittedly, the strongest is the Dow going into all-time highs. You're coming back nicely, though, in the S&P, not quite there. And, of course, the laggard has been the NASDAQ because of the rotation. But part of what's going on today is that the markets are grabbing, if you will, some footing here, and we'll see what goes on. In the gold market, you got down to some of the key numbers that I wrote about in my gold report if you didn't get it. So today was the day that you finally hit them. Now we'll see what happens if the market can get some traction there. We're looking at the dollar slightly higher at the expense of most of the other foreign currencies. If you come to the energy sector here, you're still seeing you're barely up on the crude. And if this market can't start grabbing some traction here, there could be problems. You know, there's now talk of traders saying if you can get under that 43 level, 41 could be the next stopping zone. Sugar market's not following through the way that it could have. A 1350 is going to be a key number if you can get under it. If you do and you don't find stops there, I'd be a bit cautious. The cotton still doesn't bounce. It gets up a little bit and gives it all up, 1, 2, 3. You're looking today at the corn giving up in relationship to the wheat. And the wheat market, as I told you, with that Minneapolis wheat is just a powerhouse carrying everything. Sort of noisy market is what I'd call the bonds and the notes. Do we get more interest rate hikes? What's going to happen? The market's going to be waiting for news. And we don't have any real news today. I think the big news that the market's not paying attention to is that today the Russian Defense Ministry is cutting off interactions with the U.S. to prevent, now the key word there, prevent air incidents in the skies over Syria. They say now, and this is Russia, that any flying objects in areas where its Air Force operates are going to be considered targets. This is the retaliation for the U.S. shooting down the Syrian jet yesterday. The UK's head of Brexit negotiations has begun work in Brussels with his counterpart, so everything's moving ahead there as well. And barring that, there's not a lot of new world events. Yeah, we had the terrorist attack of type in London. We have the Mali attack going on, but markets aren't responding to those one way or the other, and that's fairly important when you get to these type of markets. So dog days of summer, maybe, but you have a lot of seasonal trades that kick in right now. And I use the word right now. And you should pay attention to those. If you like to know what the seasonals during the summer months are, well, the Moore Research Center offers a 2 free-week trial. Now, what they do is they'll go back 15 years. And in order for a trade to be followed by them, it has to work at least, I think it is 4 out of those 15 years is the most that it can't work. Some of the trades have worked past tense 100% of the time. I've always found I go into those, I seem to get burned. It's the one year they don't work. But I do use seasonals all the time, and I read their articles everywhere because I want to get a feel for what's the reason for them at any given point in time, what I should be looking at, where the probabilities are coming up. Stock index trade right now coming at you. Big probability in it. You should pay attention to that one. Doesn't mean it'll work. It's a probability. That's all that it is. So if you'd like to get your 2-week trial, which will be with your email and a password, all you need to do is get hold of us at Ira Epstein, and you can call us at 866-973-2077. You can go on our website at www.iraepstein.com. You'll see a carousel of free offers rotating there. Click on any of them, and you'll see the more research in one of the forms. You can click up here if you're watching me on YouTube, and underneath us on a number of websites it'll say, click here for Ira's free offers. You're going to get it on futures contracts and spreads on the futures markets. That's what they specialize in. And always remember, past performance, not necessarily any guarantee of future, but I do like to know the seasonals because grains go in the ground, they try to grow them, blah, blah, blah. Natural gas, big seasonal to the downside. Look at today's drop in it. I'm Ira Epstein. You have yourself a good day, and I will talk to you this afternoon.